America? You look like you need a holiday. A fair dinkum holiday. In the land of wonder. The land down under. Now, there's a few things I got to warn you about. Firstly, you're going to get wet. Because the place is surrounded by water. Oh, and you're going to have to learn to say good day. Of course, every day's a good day in Australia.
G'day, Paul.
G'day, love. Of course, you'll have to get used to some of the local customs, like getting a suntan in the restaurant, playing football without a helmet, and calling everyone mate. Thanks, mate.
She's right, mate.
Apart from that, no worries. You'll have the time of your life in Australia. Of course, we talk the same language. Although you lot do have a funny accent. Oh, before you rush out to book your Aussie holiday, call this toll-free number for your free Aussie holiday book. Come on, come and say good day. I'll slip an extra shrimp on the Barbie for you.
You did this ad with Hogs, Nick, and you call prawn shrimps.
We call prawn shrimps. Well, yeah. Well, that was for the US, and they're not known as prawns so much there.
So they're exactly the same thing.
Well, yeah. When we were writing the script, the end line, we were trying to get a good punchline for the end, and Hogs was going to be at the Barbie, just as we are. And we had a line that was going to be belt another banger on the Barbie. Right? And then we thought, well, the Americans, septics aren't going to understand that. So then it was going to be, well, we'll pop another prawn on the Barbie. And we talked more and more. And then we decided it was shrimp, so it became slip another shrimp on the Barbie.
Yeah.
And of course, we got hold of the biggest prawn you could ever get hold of, and that really took off in America. That became the line for any sort of barbecue. It became quite a well-known line.
So you went to America, didn't you? After big success here, you sold Mojo here, didn't you?
Yeah.
And did you went to America then for a while, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we were still merged with them, so we were still on contract for a while. We did quite a bit of work over there. On Lone Star beer. Give me love, give me Lone Star, and give me Texas.
So you sang?
I didn't sing it, no, I wrote it.
Did you sing any jingles in the States?
No. I was too Australian, too broad for that.
Oh, you got a great Aussie voice, though. A lot of people have come up to me, didn't you do Come On Aussie, Come On? No, it wasn't me, it was Joe, you know. It's a lot.
Very distinctive, cut-through voice, yeah. Lily's pounding down like a machine. Pasco's making divots in the green. Marsh is taking wickets. Hooks he's clearing pickets. And the chapel's eyes have got that killer gleam. Come on, Aussie, come on, come on. Come on, Aussie, come on.
I don't really think that's an ad anymore. I think it's one of our songs, you know. It'll be part of our scene like Waltz and Matilda and True Blue and the rest of them, so...
Well, I could never get my jingles sounding how I thought they would sound.
Right.
Because in those days, and it's no criticism of the guys, but really good musicians like Beatles Young and all that.
Yeah, I remember Beatles, yeah.
Jimmy White, big orchestra leaders, would arrange my stuff, which was basically country.
Yeah.
And what wasn't what I wanted.
No, too complicated, probably.
And at that stage, I started urging Jimmy Walpole, who was my boss at the time, to... I wanted to do the singing. It was on some old Amaco commercials.
That's the Amaco. Do it in Amaco. How does it go? Go Amaco. Amaco in your machine.
Amaco in your machine. Yeah, that's a long time ago.
I became a fan of yours when I heard that one, mate.
So,
Amaco.
Yeah, so I got to do that, and it went very well. And Jim finally said, well, you know, you still can't sing, but here we are on air. And it's been the way it is ever since.
Yeah, well, they still say I can't sing too, mate, so don't worry about it. How it works is the main thing, eh?
Well, at least you came to get up on the stage and do it. I'm not.
Did you want to get up on stage once?
No. I never had that desire, no. I loved the music, and I loved band work, and I played in bands, but I wasn't really that good a musician. But
you play guitar, mate.
Yeah. Songwriting was what I wanted to do, but it took a long time, really, before I started... writing Australian stuff. But
so did you do it before the jingles, or was the jingles that got it going, the Australian?
Jingles got it going, yeah.
So what was your first really Aussie, you know, lyric-wise jingles, do you think? Was it Come On Aussie, Come On, or was it before that?
Well, they don't... Come On Aussie would be the best known by a long way, but a lot of them didn't have to sing about Australia. They weren't... I think Meadow Lee, whilst it didn't talk about Australia or wave flags, it was... Spuds in their jackets, corn on the cob, you know, the language of it all.
Wait till they taste it.
You ought to be congratulated.
That was a thing Mo and I did naturally. We wrote
Yeah.
that way, and no one was doing it that way. We were all being sort of pseudo-American or...
Oh, I used to love it. Loved your stuff coming out because it was...
Yeah.
We at that stage, the Aussie stuff wasn't doing all that well on record, but at least you were doing it for us on the ads, and I thought it was really... I think it's had a lot to do with the fact that Aussies can now listen to their own voice and their own way of singing or way of talking.
Yeah.
You're doing what I do, you sing like you talk, really, aren't you?
That's right. The Australian thing was trying to get out,
Yeah,
and that helped it a lot. And we were surprised with how well the public took to the Australian sort of feel. We thought, you know, before that it was always Stuart Wagstaff doing Benson and Hedges.
That's right,
Very
yeah.
British, or you would get
Yeah.
you would get a Marlboro ad, which was all, you know, country, American hats, everything.
Do you think we've used all the sayings? Like I've had a song called I'm Fair Dinkum, I've had True Blue. You know, and I find once you use these sayings and you make a hit out of them, you almost lose them for the future, to put them in songs again. You know what I mean? So you think there's any left?
They're always
They can be repeated.
always there. True Blue. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's the song I would have loved to have written. I love that song. I don't know if Singo ever told you, but when you did it for the Australian-made stuff,
Yeah.
I really wanted to do it. And I said to Singo, you know,
You wanted to sing
I
it?
wanted to sing that
told
one
me
because
that.
I thought, well, he's not commercial. He's a proper singer, and he thought, well, you won't want to do the commercial, so I'll do the commercial. I'd love to have a go at it, and I still would one day.
Hey, True Blue,
Ah, yeah, True Blue. Yeah.
is it me and you?
Is it me or you and you?
Is it Mum and Dad?
Is it Mum and Dad?
Is it a cockatoo? That's it.
Is it standing by your mates? Yeah.
When is it a boy?
So,
Or just Virgin Mile?